our first guest knows all about Alaska. We're going to have to ask him about that. Hey, if you've ever toyed with the thought of leaving your job to really follow your dream, you are going to love the movie Brooklyn Brothers Beat the Best.
Ryan Onan stars in the film, which he also wrote and directed. He's a very talented guy.
Very, and he just won the Rising Star Award at the Gasparilla International Film Festival.
He joins us now to talk about his career and Brooklyn Brothers Beat the Best. Ryan, welcome to Daytime.
All right, Ryan, you wrote Brooklyn Brothers Beat the Best. Did you come up with this title? Because it's long and it's hard to say.
I did. I actually wrote the title like 2 years before I actually started writing the movie. I was traveling around with my little sister, and I just wrote it down in a journal.
You were traveling around with your little sister?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Just wandering?
I was living in London at the time, and she came out and visited me, and we kind of backpacked around Ireland and stuff together.
Oh, what fun.
That's wonderful, you and your sister.
Yeah, I'm the oldest out of 5 kids.
Oh, cool. Well, let's talk about this movie. You kind of play a bit of a loser in it. Is this true?
It is true.
It's not reflective of your real life at all. Not at all.
I don't know. I was a loser musician for quite a while.
And you are a real estate, you're in real estate in the movie as well, and then you lose everything and go and take yourself on the road?
I mean, it happens to most people, right, where everything in your whole life crashes down in one day. So you set off on a tour across the country in like 24 hours.
And you wrote, you directed, and you sing in this.
I do.
And you wrote all the songs too?
No, I wrote a majority of them, but some were written by 2 close friends of mine, Brendan and Keith, who were in a band called the Cran Rosary, that actually did music kind of like this with like children's toys and stuff like that. And I saw it and was just like, oh my God, that is the most cinematic, cool thing. I would love to incorporate that in some way.
Well, I've only seen the trailer of this movie, but I fell in love with the music. So are you going to sell the soundtrack as well?
Yeah, it's a really amazing kind of full circle thing where I played music for years and years before doing all this, and then got picked up as an artist by Warner Brothers Music and Rhino Records, and they're going to put out a record, like a Brooklyn Brothers record.
Good.
And a soundtrack, so it'll be like Brooklyn Brothers Beat the Best, the album, Brooklyn Brothers Beat the Best, the soundtrack.
What'd you do for funding for this? I mean, did you fund it all yourself? I mean, and is that why you wrote, directed, sang, did everything, because it was low budget, or no, really?
You know, I try to make another movie that actually is getting made in June called Shoe and Blossom, and tried to raise financing for forever. And I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna write something that I could make for like $100,000 if I wanted to. And I was very lucky that we ended up making it for quite a bit more.
Okay.
But yeah, private financiers, some real kind of angel investors who fell in love with the project. I mean, you really do. It doesn't happen otherwise.
Okay, so apart from this movie, you've got another movie coming out called Freelancers, and that's with 50 Cent, Robert De Niro, Forrest Whitaker. What's this about?
That is, it's about 3 friends that grow up way out in Queens, and they're criminals, and they grow up and they end up being cops and kind of end up being crooked cops. And De Niro and Forrest Whitaker kind of run this crime syndicate within the police force, and they kind of take 50 under his wing, and we come with him. And
50. When you're close to him, you can call him 50.
Yeah, do you have 50 on your phone? Can you just, hit that button and connect?
Speed dial.
I mean, that's how you got to have the connects, right?
Is that how you roll now?
Okay, wait, also, you spent some time in Alaska.
Yeah.
I did.
You filmed Frozen Ground there with Nicolas Cage.
No, but was it really expensive when you were there?
You know, it was pretty pricey for sure. I mean, even breakfast, you're spending like I mean, it felt like Manhattan prices.
Okay.
Nick Cage and John Cusack, yes, at Frozen Ground. Where'd you stay when you were up there? Did they have nice accommodations for you?
You know, I can't remember where we stayed.
Oh my gosh.
How long ago was this?
It was not that long ago. You spent so much time in hotels.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. That's all we cared about.
Yeah, it was a hotel.
Okay.
So we were not in an igloo or anything.
And why have I not seen The Dry Land? Because I saw the trailer for that, and I know it came out in 2010, and it looks like a brilliant movie.
I'm really proud of that film. Ryan Piers Williams wrote and directed it, and it was America Ferrera and Wilmer Valderrama. Melissa Leo is phenomenal in it. And we did a ton of research. I actually did a USO tour over in Iraq afterwards, and it was one of the most rewarding experiences of my life.
Wow. Okay, well, that's another movie I have to see. Ryan, you got so much happening. Onan, welcome. Welcome. Thank you for coming in. Look, I'm all mixed up.
Definitely an actor, director, and producer. We could say to a certain extent.
I mean, that's what the Gasparilla Film Festival is all about, is like welcoming people that do a bunch of different things.
The movie is called Brooklyn Brothers Beat the Best. Check it out. Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back with more Daytime.